Hello, anyone that tunes in and watches this either now or later. Just doing some final Christmas shopping. Well, I shouldn't say final. I still got a few more things I need to get, but this will wrap up pretty much everything. Currently on my way to Timonium. I'm going the long way because I don't lose cell phone signal when I go this way. So, it's a longer drive, but I don't care. I like driving. So, and it gets me out of the house. 2 pluses. So yeah, right now I'm starting to make my way towards Timonium. Then I need to run up to Towson, and I will run back down to Westminster, and that will pretty much be it. So yeah. Yeah, right now I'm kind of gonna take the long way up to Timonium in that region just because I feel like it, and because I wanted to do the stream, just because I haven't done one in a few days. When I get home, I'll work on some schoolwork, get this video out, which will be a video of my little rail fanning excursion I did last week with Maryland Midland. So I'll be one of the first. That was the first time I've ever chased the train, so it'll be a little fun. That's hot coffee. Let's cool off for a little bit. What are they doing up here? Never seen them come up this way. that's tuning in or does tune in later or whatnot, that they're having a safe holiday right now. Got a little Volkswagen Golf that's tailgating the snot out of me. Yes, doing 55 and 50 isn't fast enough for him. That's Route 30 in a nutshell, so. Yeah, they backed off a little bit. They would come out and like smooth that out more. BGE has been doing some gas line work on here, and yeah, as usual, they completely tear up the road. And this road this road was just recently resurfaced too. It's like I really don't understand why they don't just come out, do that work right away, and then whatever. Pay for this. Ooh, that does remind me, we have some exciting news. It's possibly gonna snow next week. I think the models are forecasting it to be on Wednesday, but they really haven't. Oh my god, this person's trying to make last second cut over. Person behind me, BMW. Or not BMW. I didn't say BMW, it's Mercedes. God, I'm an idiot. Anyway. But yeah, they're calling for snow, or they're saying that there's a chance for snow next week. It's still a long ways out, but if the models hold out, we might have the first snow of the season. So fingers crossed. I hope they are right, because I want to go out and get some scenery photos. Oh man. So right now I'm currently on 795. I'm gonna cut over on 695 to 83 probably. Either get off a Timonium Road or whatnot. The reason why I took this route was simply because I wanted to do the live stream, so. Because normally I would have taken Black Rock Road and Falls Road, but right there in the little town of Butler, or village, whatever you want to call it, I lose the cell phone signal that I've always had. When I have Verizon, I did. When I have now that I have T-Mobile, I always do. So it's just one of those spots. vehicles count as service or state highways maintenance vehicles because they're out here mowing the grass along median strip. And that guy was right on the shoulder line, and none of these people moved over. No. They, in my opinion, count as a service vehicle. They're either owned by the state or they're employed by the state to do the job for the state. Out of your way, don't give them a chance to. Jackass. Just to slow down again. Hello to whoever joined. And you're I know the extremes aren't really that popular. I just do them because screw it. You know, I got the unlimited data. What does it matter? People don't watch it, they don't watch it. Slam on their brakes on the ramp. We're merging onto another interstate, people. You can safely take this ramp at 50 miles an hour. Ooh, the felons are out cleaning up the trash. Well, they're not really felons, but the misdemeanors down there. Actually, these aren't the misdemeanors. These are regular people that are employed to do that. Never mind. What fun is that? Guess they don't have the jailbirds doing it recently. Oh my god, people, we are merging onto another interstate. Accelerate. Your car has a gas pedal. Goodness. already on the roof. Some say that's actually new. I don't know why I got back in this lane. I'll wait a little bit more, and I'll get back over. Just do it now before I get stuck in this lane. Excuse me again. Fucktards that can't slow the fuck down. Swing or running up on top of it. Alright, which is this? Somehow I get the green. Awesome. Parking ride. Now it's going to be a parking garage and whatever the heck that is. Now we're on Deer Cove. Oh, they finally fenced off Bob Evans. What are they going to do with it? I assume they're going to tear it down, turn it into something else if you got it closed off like that. Texas. Fun little fact. Maryland has both California and Texas. And right now we're in Texas, Maryland. California, Maryland is down in, what is that? St. Mary's, I think it is. Calvert County, something like that. not that bad. Currently running out to do some Christmas shopping. I'm almost to my first destination, which should only hopefully take me like 2 seconds to run in and out. Then I gotta run up to Tucson, and then I'll finish it off in Westminster. I'll probably just leave the stream going, just because I should hopefully only be a few minutes. Come on, dude, get over. Because I shouldn't be that long. It'll be perfect timing to go run, like, use the restroom or something like that if you need to do that. I always feel like people can't make the left there, but they can, because there's no signs to say you can't. But it just always, I don't know why, but it just feels like you're not allowed to. Got a big old drill out. Gotta turn left on the Beaver Dam in a moment. I always like saying Beaver Dam because I don't know where the hell there would be a beaver dam in this area, but apparently there was at some point because they named it Beaver Dam. Kind of piss off people behind me because I want to turn left up here. What the hell is going on? My mom's old car number. My mom was worked at as 710 a lot. No. It's down here somewhere. There it is. That's where I turned in. Remember that weird parking lot entrance. Where the hell is it? I missed it. Damn it. I'll just flip a bitch here. Shipping circle. I'll see anyone comments. Flip a bit. Oh, this guy's gonna turn, isn't he? Yeah, yes. There we go. Along here somewhere, I thought. It was on this side. No, that's all trailers. Bay packaging. McCormick Spices to the left. somewhere. It's been a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay, I need to find a parking spot. Alrighty, I will be right back. I'm just going to leave the stream going. I'm going to... No. How am I going to do this? It should only take a minute. I'm just going to do this with the phone real quick. Just get out of the dash. You can stare at this lovely blue rag I got real quick. I just don't want my phone being stuck up in the windshield while I'm inside, because that's how stuff gets stolen. Be right back. Alrighty. That back here. I'm back. Put this back up here. Hello. It's perfect timing. I didn't say anything, Garmin. I wasn't talking to you. I don't know if you heard it, but my Garmin camera, like, booted up. No. Stop it. I'm not talking to you, Garmin camera. If I need to, I will, but I don't need to. Alrighty, give the car a second. Just got some beer for Christmas gifts. It's fun being 20 over 21, I should say. And you buy the stuff yourself. I'm just gonna come down here and flip a Yuri. Just like last time, I drove right past this place because I forget it's the first left and not the. I, for whatever reason, always picture it further down the road than where it's actually at. But now on to my next stop, which is the Bunk up in Tucson, because yeah. I love having my credit union, but that's the only downside. That's all the way freaking Tucson. If I ever do one, it's not going to be for a long time. I don't really have plans on ever doing one. Who knows? Maybe if the time is right, maybe, but I don't really have any plans on doing that anytime soon. I know other dash cameras have, and they're more comfortable with it, but I know how some people are, and because of what I want to do with my life in the future as my profession, it's probably better to just stay as anonymous as possible. But right now I'm going to head up to Tucson. I'm going to take the back way. Well, it's not really the back way. I'm just going to take surface streets up. Not that far. Happy holidays, VM Cougar. Haven't talked to you in a stream in a long time. And yep, just picked up some gifts from the Baltimore County Brewery. So now I'm heading up to Towson because I need to put some money in the bank so I can pay my credit card. That's what I've been putting. Why do people do that? But yeah, it's so I gotta run up there, put some money in the bank, pay that, so I can pay that off. Those people get out of the way. Maybe if we're lucky, a train will come by. Actually, there we go. Right now I'm in the Cockeysville Timonium area. This is actually where, oh my god, that dude's flying. Speed limit's 40 on here. Goodness. But anywho, back to what I was talking about. This was actually my mom and dad's old patrol area when they were still with Balmer County. In fact, earlier I saw a car 710, which was my mom's old car. Not always, but when she was the on-duty supervisor, she would be in car 710. Well, you're gonna love the video I'll post late, either tonight or tomorrow. I finally chased one of the local railroads in my area. I went up and chased Maryland Midland, and we went from Union Bridge, Maryland, up to Highfield, Pennsylvania. Well, to be honest, I don't really know exactly if Highfield's considered Pennsylvania or not. That area is a little bizarre to me, but yeah, so chased the train up in the Highfield and chased it back into Thurmont and then called it from there because it was starting to get dark out. And well, it wasn't like too dark out yet, it was actually still pretty light, but it was just one of those. I just knew that it just wasn't going to be the best, or I wasn't going to get the best photos at that point, I should say. Transit police. Fun little fact, they actually have a memorandum of understanding, MOU for short, with Balmer County that gives them full authority in the entire county, and not just on the light rail, which you can see one right now to the left. Hey, Twin Cities. Now everybody seems to be coming in. Well, if I drive down here, there's like no one in the stream. Now everyone's popping in. Stop. Right now I'm in Texas, Maryland. I don't know where the fire station is, but there's a fire station around here, and it's Texas Station. It's probably back or down there somewhere. I forget exactly where it's at. I am a little excited though. They are calling for snow in my area next week, so fingers crossed. I should have turned left here. No, screw it. I'll just turn left on Timonium. It's funny, I kind of know this area a little bit better than my hometown, because since my dad spent 25 years patrolling this area, and my mom did about 10 in this, probably about 10 to 15 in this area, because she moved around a little bit. She didn't spend her entire time in out the Cockeysville precinct, but I probably know this area a little bit better than my hometown, just because my parents know all the cut throughs and how to get from point A to point B and all that other crap. It's funny. Well, fingers crossed it does snow here. They're calling for it next week, so I'm the nut that actually likes snow and all that. That's one of the reasons why I actually like Maryland so much, is that we get a little taste of everything here. We have summer, we have spring, we have fall, and we have winter. They're all pretty distinct, even though a lot of times we still get those odd days, but I love it. In fact, my favorite winter of all time so far in my lifetime was the English is hard. Was the spring of 2016. we had like 3 blizzards. 2 were literally back to back. They were both nor'easters that just hit us both back to back. And oh my god, it was amazing. The whole entire state was like shut down for like 3 weeks. The city of Baltimore didn't know what the hell to do with all the snow. They literally just started shoving it into the inner harbor because they had nowhere to put it. So I'm perfectly that was probably my favorite winter, because we got so much snow by Maryland standards anyway. The only complaint I really have with that snowstorm was just it also showed Baltimore City's incompetence when it comes to plowing the streets, because I mean my county was hit worse than the city, and my county was still able to plow the roads with relative ease. But Baltimore City, my god, they just completely and utterly dropped the ball on it. They did a horrible job. I remember the one day when the first day back to school, I was going down Falls Road, and just entered the city. I'm at the Northern Parkway intersection, and they only had the left turn lane plowed. So both left turning and through traffic had to use the left turn only lane to get through the intersection, which just completely locked up the intersection. It was a mess, but I still loved it. That was probably 2016 too, because that was back when we had the polar vortex, I think. Because that was the big reason too why we got so much snow, was because of the polar vortex. It just completely shut down everything. Oh wow. Medic. I actually know a couple of people that used to work for them. Nice. Who's honking? This guy's not gonna stop because he's an ass. How much do you want? Oh wait, no, this is not the intersection. Duh. God, it sucks when you don't come down here often enough. You're like, wait a minute, is this where I'm supposed to turn? No. God, I'm an idiot sometimes. Just like everyone else. So now I will take York Road up into Tucson so I can drop stuff off on my bank. And then I'll drive down to Westminster, or Westminster as everyone actually knows it as. Biggest reason why I'm doing my shopping right now is that I'm afraid that, now I'm not necessarily afraid of my county. My governor actually just seemed pretty as long as stuff doesn't get really bad with hospitalizations, of shutting stuff down again. But a lot of the different counties have already been like, nope, we're going to start shutting down again. And so I'm out here rushing to get the last few Christmas gifts I need done, because the things I need to do are up here, because like that's just where the stores are. And I'm afraid Baltimore County is going to be like the rest of the state, or the rest of the other counties. Usually, in all honesty, I'm usually really bad about it, and I do it like the week of Christmas. But with everything being the way it is the past few weeks, it's been pretty bad. Jesus Christ! How about you not almost rear-end the fuck out of me, Volvo? Jesus Christ! I came really fucking close to hitting me. He's turning left. That can be nice. I can be nice from time to time, but not all the time. The guy also doesn't look any older than freaking 18, 19. He's probably driving his dad's car. I mean, I have no room to talk. I'm currently technically driving my mom's car, but at least I take care of it. Should I take Bologna? Yeah, fucking take Bologna. I'm not dealing with this. Bypassing this traffic. I'll go up to Kenilworth and cut over from there. Passing Lutherville Volunteer Fire Company. But yeah, it's... I don't know if any guys saw the one video I had not that long ago, but I had another like 19, 20-year-old. God, I'm only 23 and I'm talking like acting like, yeah. Anywho, I'm such an old man. I'm not an old man. I act like such an old man. Anywho, he was in like a riced out Audi. I don't know how the hell you can rice out an Audi, but he fucking managed to do it. And it's like missing the front bumper, missing the grill, the hood's all dented. So obviously he's hit something. Someone's hit him previously. I'm going with he's hit someone. And they just like, they passed a truck on the shoulder. They passed me, and I'm already doing 10 over the limit. And they passed me like I was standing still. And on top of that, they had historic tags on their car when it's actually illegal for them to have historic tags on the car. Because the guy has obviously made modifications to the vehicle. And under state law, you're not allowed to, if you have put historic tags on a car, you cannot have it modified in any way. You have to keep it as, and when I say anyway, I mean, I'm talking more about like as much as you can or you can't do. So like if you need to put in a different engine or something like that because they just don't make parts for the one that you need anymore or whatever, that's one thing. But I'm talking about like this guy just, he obviously made modifications to the vehicle, and so it was no longer considered historic, and so thus the license plates were actually illegal. And you used to be able to get a ticket for it, but when I was looking through my payout book that I have that I can pull up from the courthouse because the courthouse has it, I couldn't find the actual charge for it. So I'm assuming now it's probably one of those if a cop or whoever sees something like that, they would notify MVA, and MVA would have to send one of their investigators out and verify it, and then go from there. I'm assuming that's what it would be, but I really don't know. Because the law is still on the books. I just don't know why the traffic citation wasn't there. I'm assuming it's probably just an administrative thing now with MVA that they just go in and will just take the tags away if they deem it an issue. Do they close at 3 today? I think they close at about... I'm depositing cash. I can go up to the ATM. It's not a big deal. I did a side job a few weeks ago, parking cars, and they paid me in cash, so... Not complaining. I was helping out a friend of mine that works for the sheriff's office. Yeah, it's actually starting to get to rush hour here. It's 3 o'clock, so rush hour is starting to begin. It's still not as bad as it used to be. Trust me. If you think this is a lot of traffic, yeah. Yeah. Shoot, I remember when I drove down to the city last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, to get that photograph I needed for school. I mean, shoot, when I came up here and took Charles Street out, on the sections that would have been jam-packed, it was completely open, except for just a few cars. Oh, no doubt. These people haven't been driving as much, and it's already showed because people got a taste of how it feels driving when there's no traffic, so everyone was speeding and everything like that because they could. And now that some things are starting to open again, people are hitting the road during rush hour again, I feel that there's been a lot more aggressive driving recently because people are like, oh my god, I used to be able to get to work in 15 minutes, and now it's taking me 30 minutes to get here again. Or however long. Yeah, that's pretty much how ours have been. And places like Massachusetts, they actually got worse. They had more traffic fatalities with like 50% of the traffic on the road, and their traffic fatality rate actually increased because people were speeding so bad. And people always say, well, speed doesn't kill. It does kill. It may not cause accidents, but it does freaking kill you, because when an accident does happen, the good old Delta V steps in and the change in inertia, and when you are going 60 miles an hour and T-bone someone, you know, you go from 60 to 0 in a relatively short time, organs get all mushed up inside and you die. Like my dad was a crash reconstructionist during his time both in Baltimore County, and he maintained his certification and actually taught the courses when he was still working at the university. And the green light. But, you know, so it's like he has reconstructed a lot of crashes, and I tell you, it's people think that it's like, oh, well, cars are safer nowadays, and it's like, it doesn't matter. When you're doing 60 miles an hour and you come to a dead stop like that, it doesn't matter how safe the car is, you're dead. We're very, very seriously injured, and it's just a lot of people, it just doesn't click. And I'm not perfect and I'm like not a saint by any stretch of the imagination when it comes to speed, but I do keep myself reeled in. Oh, the crossing guard's out. That's interesting. I thought Baltimore County School closed. Why is there a crossing guard? Unless that's a private school. Is that a private school? Might be a private school, actually. Probably contract the county to have a crossing guard there. Interesting. I thought that was a public school. I mean, I lucked out by having my parents. I mean, one of the things that my mom did when I was learning how to drive was the first snow that we got, we went up in my dad's pickup truck, and she took me up to my high school's parking lot so I could drive around in the snow, the unplowed snow, so I could get a feel of how it feels to lose control, how it feels to have the ABS kick in, and how to skid in a relatively controlled environment. So I was able to learn from her how to control skid, how to turn into it, how to just manage, and just how it feels. And it was pretty cool. I really lucked out in that aspect. I also learned how to drive from someone that learned how to drive in just outside Newark, New Jersey, so that also helps a lot too. Because it helps with that, you just have to have that little bit of aggressiveness when you drive. Obviously not too much, but you just need that little bit so you can get from point A to point B. Right now we're passing precinct 7, I think this... No, 6. Cockeysville 7. I don't know why I was thinking this was 7, but my mom was actually a traffic supervisor here not that long ago. Parking out front's empty. Awesome. Sorry, BMW. Alright, just run up to the ATM. Oh, cool, they moved. Just gonna park here for a minute. I'm not running inside, I'm just gonna run up to the ATM to do the deposit. So I will be right back. I'm just gonna let the stream keep playing. So right now will be a perfect time to go run, use the restroom or whatever real quick while I step away for like 2 minutes. Hopefully it's not even that long. Be right back. finally am back. Okay, boom, boom. So apparently their ATM's a little bit different than another one I've used where I've made a deposit at. But, oh well, the money's still deposited, it just won't be there. It probably won't be in my account until tomorrow. Or, yeah, probably Monday because this branch is closed on, whatchamacallits. It's just parked on the wrong side of the road. Slow down here. Actually, I'll just make a left. Okay, taking the left, so I'll do that. And now off to Westminster. Go, 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 go. What are you doing? Ugh, gotta love the circle. serve their patient first. But yeah, so I just finished off the one errand and now I'm off to the next. And then that will be it, and I will be heading home. This guy's just gonna come out in front of me. Not necessarily letting her, but whatever. Exactly why traffic gets screwed up, because people just don't do basic planning. Again, patient go, well, this lane's moving slower than that lane, so let me bypass it, and they're the reason why the traffic slows down. Yeah. I've been trying to find stuff to just get me out of the house and do stuff. Well, one of the big things I've been doing has been taking my dog out for a run, or little puppuccino runs is how I call it, to Starbucks. They have this little thing that they call a puppuccino that they literally just simply give it to, or they put whipped cream in a little little bag for pups, and or bag pup. God, why is my brain not working today? Probably because I was up until 3 last night playing video games, because unemployed life. And changes like that aren't accelerating and stuff annoy me. See, what is that? Eastbound, northbound, whatever it is, of the inner loop is all just nice and backed up. always think it's so sketchy when I see the vans like that that are just rolling around with all the carpet and stuff just sticking out the back. And the fact that it's bungee cord shut. It's just a normal day here in Maryland, with all the traffic. This is pretty much, this is a light rush hour. If this was like a normal rush hour right now, this would be all slow. We're actually moving at the speed limit right now, which is unheard of. Yeah, I'm actually sadly one of those people that are out of work, but fingers crossed that's hopefully not that much longer. I just had an interview for a job the other day, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Position I interviewed for actually doesn't come up in. Ain't sketchy at all. 2 all black SUVs with New York tags on them. One had some sort of like seal or whatever in the front. Couldn't make it out. I don't know. Look, I wouldn't necessarily say federal agents because the one was a caddy. Highly doubt many FBI agents are riding around in a Cadillac like that. Tahoe, absolutely. But I don't know. Oh, there's a medic trying to get through traffic. Could be. Definitely one of those things that does get your curiosity though when you see that go by. this expressway, same road with right here, actually warped the one day during a very hot day. The asphalt actually, or the concrete, I should say, actually buckled, and they had to shut down the entire expressway so they could come in and fix it. Traffic was a madhouse that day. So everyone that wanted to go north on here had to either take 140 or go down to 26 and take that, and it just gridlocked this entire area. It was messed up. It's actually 58 degrees out right now. White Mustang behind me. They have it's convertibles out, and they're actually going topless right now. It's actually warm enough to do it. Probably one of the last days of the year that they'll be able to. It's definitely like Maryland though, because even though it's 58 right now, next week it's supposed to snow. So yeah, and it was like in the low 20s. Come on, what is going on? Why do we speed up and slow down? Speed up, slow down. Just pick a speed and stick with it, please. I would like to get to Westminster and finish my shopping. There we go. No, that's why, because we got Miss Lexus, what is it, Toyota or Lexus, making the last second dash like that. convertible needs to calm themselves. 70's too slow. 55 going around this corner is going to be really angry. Make them really. Oh, there they go. They're going straight. Nissan past me so I can get over for these people. They're not speed bumps, they're just these little rumble strips that are there to get your attention. Since now the expressway is no longer, they will obviously want 60 to 50. And since this is no longer a controlled access highway, they just want to slow down. It's just get your attention. A lot of times you'll also see, at least in Maryland, I don't know about other states, but I know in other areas they do the same, like at like crosswalks and stuff like that. They're literally just there to simply be like, hey, pay attention, you're in this area, or there's a hazard up ahead, or there's something up ahead that we want you to look out for. They're pretty much like no different than the rumble strips that are on the shoulder. And oh Lord, what's going on here? Got a nice backup on 140. Yay! Please don't slam on your brakes. You're going down a hill when there's a truck with a trailer right behind us, and there's literally no one in front of you, white SUV. God, there's literally no one for like 500 feet in front of that white SUV, and they're coming to like an almost dead stop in the right lane. It's like, hit the brakes, slow down, and stop when we get up to the freaking traffic. God. That's the exact reason why there's crashes. Probably crash up here, or it's just a light or obstruction. I knew I shouldn't have taken this way. There's no way to get around this, because all those people that are to the left are just going to have to come right back out onto this road. The only place where you can actually bypass is into further up the road near, what is that? Tapsco Road? No, that's not Tapsco. What is that? I forget the name of it. I'm assuming this is all because there's a series of traffic lights literally at the top, just on the other side of this hill. I'm 99% sure this is what this is, or this is the cause. Either that or they're still doing road work up here, which I would assume that they would have been done by now because they're just simply resurfacing the road, but whatever. I've been to Pennsylvania. I know how it feels. I think Michigan's bad. Whew. Pennsylvania's its own entity. Pennsylvania roads, in my experience, are complete and utter garbage. A lot of times you can tell when you cross the state line on between Maryland and Pennsylvania simply by looking at the condition the road is in. Is in Pennsylvania, and construction up there is also atrocious. I don't know what it is, but Pennsylvania, it's like Maryland construction can be bad because I mean, like, it's 695, it's been under construction for years, but I mean, there's a stretch of Interstate 78. Oh, I hear someone. Where are they at? There they are. That ain't good. I guess Carol's at capacity. It was Westminster's medic. They are crossing into Baltimore County. So either they're responding to some sort of medical call in Baltimore County, or they're transporting someone to one of the hospitals in the county or city by ground, which is never good because that means Carroll County, their ER is backed up or nearing capacity or whatever. They're taking someone outside for the county. Well, I'm not talking about necessarily like COVID. It's Carroll County isn't really in that. I don't think Maryland's in really that bad a shape yet. But typically, Carroll County Hospital or Carroll Hospital Center, whatever you want to call it, is the only hospital in the entire county. So that means COVID or not COVID, everyone pretty much goes there if they're having some sort of emergency. Carroll Hospital's emergency department is ginormous, and as a result, and it's just if you got people, if you just have regular people going in that are sick and people that are having heart attacks, whatever, yada yada yada. If they get to a certain point, I forget what the codes are, but that's they will start transporting people to other hospitals in the area, which the next closest one is in Baltimore County or Frederick County, depending on where you are, or Howard, depending where you are in Carroll. And Carroll County Hospital is also not really. Look at all these people that are cutting through the parking lot there. Nice. That's actually illegal because they're avoiding a traffic control device. But yeah. I mean, in all seriousness, it's really... Carroll County isn't really that horrible, but it's weird. Yeah, I would definitely call your state weird for that, because like no other agency that I know of still uses those. But some people call Maryland State Police weird because in Maryland, I mean, we have private medevac helicopters, but the majority, so like if someone, like if you get into a car crash and they think that they need to medevac you out or whatnot, they don't call Life Flight. They call the Maryland State Police, who will dispatch one of their, what is it, 7, I believe, one of their 7 on-call helicopters that are stationed throughout the state to transport you. So in Maryland, our medevac helicopters are operated by the state police. The only time you see private medevacs are when you're just being transported from one hospital to another, and a lot of times the state will even still do that. And in my opinion, the best part about it is that you don't pay for that helicopter ride here in Maryland. If you are unlucky enough to have to take that ride in the helicopter here, that is absorbed by the state police. They purposely put money into their budget for those, simply to do those runs. And here in Maryland, they will fly you out for everything. You know, even if there's a high likelihood that the individual would die, they will still fly them out because there's a chance. And the miracle workers at Shock Trauma, I mean, seriously, they are miracle workers. And God bless every single one of the doctors and nurses that work there, because they seriously do an amazing job. In fact, one of my old neighbors was actually one of the original nurses that worked at Shock Trauma down in Baltimore. And I've actually gotten a couple of photos of the helicopters picking up people before. I got pictures from the Carroll County Airport where they airlifted someone after they hit a bridge. How you hit a bridge, I don't know, but they hit a bridge and they were airlifted. And another crash scene I went out to and was able to get photos of them is a head-on collision they had on Route 27. Car crossed the WL line and they sent the medevac out and whatnot. To be honest, I don't know. I mean, I think both times they were all cars, but there's people blocking the intersection. Up there's the crash. I see it. I can see the troopers' emergency lights. And that's probably what's been causing all this. Let's see what gnarly damage there is. See at least 2 semi-trucks. Oh, what's up? Sedan's just gonna force our way in. Popo 50. I guess the truck probably broke down. That's what it looks like it is. What was that question? Maryland, do you need a front plate or a back plate or just both? Or what was it? Or both? We have both here. We have both front and rear, and you're required to attach both plates to the vehicle. I know a lot of people won't put their front plate on because their car doesn't have a bracket or something silly like that, and it's funny because like if my mom's BMW didn't have a front plate, we would still put one on. In fact, they make brackets specifically for cars like that, where you screw it into where if you got the car towed, they make a bracket where you can screw it into there so you're not having to drill holes into the bumper or whatever. But yeah, here in Maryland they do require both front and back. Our neighbors to the north in Pennsylvania don't, but we do. And we also put our stickers on the license plates themselves. I think there were talks a few years ago about getting rid of the front tags here in Maryland, but that kind of just like fell off the face of the earth. But to be honest, I actually kind of like front tags. Because like on my car, they actually built the license plate mount bracket, whatever you want to call it, into the bumper. So the bumper actually has like the cutout for where you would put the license plate. So like on this car, it would just look too weird not to have a front license plate. I would have to go out and buy one of those, fake ones, or not fake ones, but whatever they are, of like the Pontiac symbol or whatever, put it on the front there, because this car just would look too weird without one. The only time in Maryland that you don't need a front plate is if you are from out of state, so like Pennsylvania, where only one license plate is given to you, and you have a temporary registration, which they usually only give you one. I've seen some instances where people print out both and put one on the front, one on the back, but in that situation, you only need to do the rear one because it's the temporary registration. So most of the time, they just print that out on computer paper. Intercom Truck Equipment, Philadelphia, Baltimore. That doesn't seem right. I mean, I think they actually do use a special paper for it, like card stock or something, but yeah, for a temporary registration, a lot of dealerships will just give you a paper temp tag that you put on the back of the car until your actual plates come in. Because like when I bought the Vic, I didn't have to do that because I went to a tag and title place, so they were able to give me my actual metal plates there. However, the stickers, they were only good for 2 months because I have 45 days to get the car inspected before the registration is suspended. Sticker, and you have to get the card. I mean, some places seriously do. I've seen it where it was just regular computer paper that they printed out. They put it in like a piece of plastic and call it a day. So I've seen that before. Like, and not even like, I'm not even talking about like they laminated it. I'm talking about like one of those paper, or one of those plastic like paper protectors, and then they just screw it onto the back of the car. So apologize. The stream has been going for a while, so it could be the app just glitching out, but. Carroll County for you. It's like we're suburban enough that we do have decent cell phone reception, but there's still those little hiccup spots where you just lose it for absolutely no reason. That was apparently one of them. In fact, we just passed the MVA back there on the right. That's our motor vehicle. Here we don't call it the DMV, we call it the MVA, which is short for the Maryland Motor Vehicle Administration. And they're the ones that are in charge of license plates, registration, driver's license, and everything like that. They actually tend to crashes here because their reasoning behind calling it a crash instead of an accident is that majority of the time it's not really an accident. A crash actually has someone at fault. It's one thing if, and this guy, it's one, and the next guy too. It's one thing if you were like one car behind, but those guys were like way back there. I'm not turning left here, just turn left on the next one. Yeah, they were. It's funny here, the only time it's illegal to pass on the right is when it's unsafe to do so, or you're doing it to drive off the highway. So like on this road that has multiple lanes, it's perfectly legal to pass on the right. But like if I decide to use the shoulder or breakdown lane to do it, then it's illegal to pass on the right. Or if it's like a right turn only lane or something like that. But Green light, go, go, go. LOL. If I had a nickel for every time I've done that, trust me, it would be a lot. Oh my god, the sun. Should have turned down there. Oh. Well, here in Maryland, lane splitting is actually illegal. The only state here in the U.S. that I know of that it's allowed is California. But here it is highly frowned upon. And quite frankly, I agree with that just because to me, it's just too dangerous. For the biker specifically. Not necessarily. The only times I think it would be okay is like if they did a filtering thing. A filtering law where like at a red light they could filter to the front, that would be one thing, but like on the highway and stuff like that, I think it's just too dangerous. Because people miss bikes in just a normal lane of travel, so then having them splitting right in the middle, I think it would just be too dangerous. Oh, for Christ's sake, go! Oh, speaking of a bike. Probably one of the last good riding days to go out and do that. Come on, close your door. Here you go. He was fine. I just like doing that once in a while. Don't mind me. I'm just the lunatic driving, so. Yo, the gas is on the right. We're in the lovely downtown Westminster, or Westminster as I like to call it. I just call it that because I like making fun of Westminster. it's the largest town in the, well, if it's the largest incorporated town in Carroll, so we make fun of it. It's also where my mom worked for the past, what was it, 8 years? 8 years? So, we know all the crap that goes on here, so, or goes on down here now, so. It's not this perfect little town that so many people think it is. So many people act like, oh, Westminster is such a perfect little town. There's no crime. There's no nothing. Okay. It's like, you just keep telling yourself that. In a minute here, I'll be, well, not pausing. I'm just going to let it keep playing. But, hey, I know that guy. But, in a minute here, I'm just going to run inside this little restaurant and get a gift certificate. So I'll be inside, so I'll be like a couple minutes, probably like 5. So right now will be a perfect time to go use the restroom or something if you need to do that. I'll back in. And treatment's going. Alright, so this is good. So I'll be right back. Leave the stream going for a few minutes while I run in and get this gift certificate. So talk among yourselves and or use the restroom or whatever. It'll be like 5 minutes. It helps to put your mask on the correct way, doesn't it? I need to wash this thing. It's disgusting looking on the inside. Alright, I'll be back. I mean, they probably could. Whether or not it would be whether or not it would be still good by the time it got down there, I don't know. Oh, wow. I am back. Put that in the center console. Thank you all for staying around, for the people that did. Hey, I will fully admit, when I'm in my Crown Vic, I will sometimes take full advantage of the 795 on ramp. Alright. Time to head home now. God, I think what I just need to do Christmas shopping for like one more person. I think I'll know what I'll do for them. I'll see if I can't find a local place though to do it. Well, where'd you come from? Alright, I can turn right after this Chevy. Welcome to downtown Westminster. Excuse me. We actually, what my dad and I tend to do when we shovel and plow our driveways, we'll actually go out onto the road a little bit with our snow blower, and we'll clear a little bit of the road directly before our driveway. That way when the plow comes through, it doesn't shove all the snow back into our driveway. And for like the real heavy storms, we try to go out there and clear the driveway a couple times during the storm. That way, when everything's said and done, we're not out there trying to clear, a foot of snow at once, or 2 feet, whatever it is. We're only moving a couple inches at a time. That's typically what we try to do. Unless if we get slammed in the middle of the night, then obviously we're just gonna suck it up the next morning. We're not gonna stay up all night and keep all of our neighbors up with the snowblower. Although it was funny, so my old neighbors, before they just moved, he's in the guy across the street from us was in the National Guard, or not National Guard. Wow, my brain is not working. He was in the Coast Guard, and he came from Alaska, which obviously gets way more snow than we do. And he had the biggest freaking snowblower I've ever seen, and he's pulling it out for one of our little itty bitty Maryland snowstorms, and I was just cracking up seeing this like giant overpowered monstrosity. What is this GMC doing? Anyway, just this big oversized monstrosity clearing his driveway with like only 6 inches of snow on the ground, and this thing can easily handle like 3 feet of snow. It was hysterical. They're actually still in the they're actually still a military branch. but the Congress actually gave them authority to enforce laws. I don't know, they're weird. They are that redheaded stepchild of the military that they're just like, they're the military and they're not at the same time. It's weird. But yeah, it's just, right now so that's what he did, and it still just is hysterical though, seeing the that big freaking snow blower for only like 6 inches of snow. Granted, where he used to live, that's probably what they needed for like their average snowfall, but for like here, it's like you don't need that. Hey, Camper Mike. Well, it's funny. Actually, during a time of war, they will be. They're kind of like the Marines in the aspect. During the times of war, they fall under the Navy. Well, actually, no, yeah, whatever. I forget what the Marines do, if they fall under them or not. I know they work closely with the Navy, but they actually will fall under the Navy during times of war. But yeah, they're like the only military branch that's allowed to do like law enforcement stuff. And they had to do that through an act of Congress because typically the military has no legal authority to do anything law enforcement oriented except for stuff that's on their base. Which is why, you know, the MPs can do what they do on the base. However, outside of that, they have like no law enforcement jurisdiction, period. Which is why, like, when the National Guard gets deployed and stuff during like riots, the National Guard, oh my god, dude, the speed limit is 55. Go! You're doing 45. People always do this on this road, and it's so freaking annoying. And like, I bet you if he takes 482, he's going to do like 80. I don't know what it is about this road, but no one knows the speed limit on it, and it's so freaking annoying. You can ask any native Carroll County, and or just someone that has to commute on this road on a daily basis. And it's only this direction. Going south, everyone's fine. But going north, for whatever the reason, God forbid, they can't do 55. It's like some unwritten law or something that, like, oh, even though the speed limit says it's 55, you can't do 55. Oh, thank God. I'll hold up more people on 27. Truck that's broken down. Swing wide, you got a truck, gotta go to him. Or her, I think that was actually her driving in. As a warning, around the corner here I might lose signal. I haven't been the past couple times I've driven through here with the live stream going, but I still give the warning because this is right up here at the bottom of this next hill is kind of one of those like weird spots. Seems like it really depends on the day. Some days it's like you have no issues, and on the other days you won't have service for this next entire stretch. If it does cut out, it'll only be like, it shouldn't be that long. It might be one of those like it'll come in, as I say that, there it goes. Starts cutting out. It says I'm live again, so we'll see what happens. It's already cut out once. See what happens. It's just kind of like this little valley here. Like I said, it's hit or miss. So far, so good, except for that little hiccup there at the top of the hill for whatever the reason. Still seems to be going strong here. Oddly enough. Says I don't know if I am or not. I'm almost through it. I'm almost through it, people. Just hold on. Once I get to the top of this hill, it's usually better. It's only a stretch of road. I just don't feel like driving the long way. Hey, there we go. See, someone's there. I told you that's the weird stretch. Either I don't have signal or I do. There's like, I don't know what the rhyme or reason is, but some days I have no issues going through there, and other days it's like, nope, nope, nope. Thanks for staying and watching, VM Cougar of Tennessee. It was nice having you. Yeah, that little stretch is like really bizarre though when it comes to cell signal. You either lose it completely or you don't. Yeah. It's just really weird. It's one of those two that I hope, because since T-Mobile acquired Sprint, I'm hoping that maybe the signal on there will get better when they finally like finish working out their signal and stuff like that. But who knows? It's 482. FIDDY. Fit. And right now we got, nice, that guy just drove off the road to pass. Can't do that. Right wheels left the pavement. That's a no-no. Big no-no, actually. I believe that's like a $110 fine. No, is that? Might be the $90 one. I can't remember. Either way, that's still a no-no. Can't do that. You can only pass on the right when someone's turning left if you don't have to leave the pavement. Oh my god, there's a parachuter. What the fuck? Who the hell is parachuting in Hampstead? What in the hell? I don't know if you see him or not on there because he's just a little dot. There's definitely someone like parachuting or paragliding, whatever. The fuck? Who the hell does that in Hampstead? Oh my god, that's hysterical. Good thing about the end of the stream here, I'll see if I can't zoom in on him. He's probably gonna land here in the parking lot. That's hysterical. Come on, drop. That's hysterical. I don't know if you can see him. That's hysterical. Here's a guy parachuting here in Hampstead. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm gonna flip around here and end my stream. But that's freaking hysterical. Where the hell he was gonna land at? Where the hell did he go? Oh, he's like... Oh, he's not okay, I know what he's doing. That's one of those, it's like one of those gas engines on his back, and it's propelling him forward. I forget what those things are called. That's hysterical, though. I've never seen that here. Alrighty then, well, I'm going to end the stream here. So I hope all those who enjoyed and the people that are going to tune back in and watch it later or whatnot and enjoyed, and be safe out there. Have a safe and fun holiday, and drive safe. Don't drive like a moron, like a lot of people and me sometimes. So yeah, peace.